Okay, to power on the machine and load ink by software. We power on the machine. When the machine power on, first the carriage back to home position, and the table must be moved to back set. When the table goes to back set, it will automatically stop. Then back to home position, and the cap station moving up and moving down, and then up again to keep weight. And the wet ink checking system is working as before. So this is when after we power on the machine succeed, then we open the control system, alpha jet control system. The more high speed you choose, the worse quality you got. So normally you choose middle. And the print direction, also we can choose print left to right. If we choose print left, that means the carriage, the print head will only print ink when the carriage moves to left. When it's moved to right, we will not print ink, same as to right. But if we choose a bad direction, that means the carriage print head will print ink either to left or to right. If you choose a bad direction, you must have good alignment from here. You must be sure to have good alignment for bad direction from here, and also for the head space from here. All the setting is good. Then you go to choose the bad direction. Otherwise, the quality will not good as to right or to left. So the bad direction require you have a good alignment for the bad direction alignment. And here's pre-print flash, we can choose off for save the ink and the time. Auto cleaning, we can also choose close because UV ink is not easy to clog. And also we have the flashing function later. The wet print direction we can choose forward. Here just keep as default. The UV light we just keep or click on. So this is the UV light and the common setting for head select. And then we go to the margin setting here. Margin setting here, now we move to here. So this is margin setting. This margin setting is for the print position. That's print start position. For example, right now I choose X margin by 20 millimeter. That means the printer will start to print from 20 millimeter position from the edge of the flat bed for the X-axis. And for Y, if I click on the Y margin for 12 or put any number I want. So if I put 21, then the print will start to print from the Y-axis at 21 position. We move to 21 position and print directly, automatically. If I click off the icon, then the print will print from the current position. When the table stay on any position, then the print will start printing from any position. Will not move anymore to the position we set. So this is the margin set. And then the color bar we can choose on or off. The color bar means, for example, we print a picture. The picture is full of yellow ink, but don't have the magenta. So if we print this kind of picture for long time, for example, for 100 pieces, so another ink will not print ink, only print the magenta because only print yellow because picture is only yellow color. So for this way, for prevent the head clock, we can choose open the weighting to print a color bar. So the picture will print the color bar line at the edge of the position of the image position to prevent head clock. So also we can choose the left or right position, how many width distance between the image. So for UV we just click off because UV ink is not easy to clog. Then the encroaching is for improve the correction is for improve the print head quality, the print quality. Because sometimes maybe, for example, our print head get one nozzle or two nozzles get clogged or not have air inside. So if we not open the encryption setting, then the print quality will not good, have some pass lines, some branding. So for make the branding disappear, we can choose the encryption. So normally we choose the normal and strong A. Or you can set the custom, for example, I want by 60% encryption. Also you can put how many amount you want. So normally we just keep as normal and strong A for the type. So this is for encryption. This is used for we increase the print head quality to avoid the branding problems if some nozzles is clogged. And here's for load ink. The load ink we can use for the first time we put the ink to the damper, but the print head is empty without ink. So we can choose this option to load ink to the cap station, to load ink from the ink damper, from the ink tank to the ink damper, and then from the ink damper to the print head. Then the ink flush to pump to the waste ink tank. So this is only used for the first time we load ink to printer. Then here I have some advanced function. Here is for normal. Normal means we print wet color varnish by one pass print. And if we choose orange color, that means the print will start only print the color. The varnish and the premier varnish and the white ink will not print. Even you have a spot color from the as the PRM file. And this is for only white, only varnish, only oil. And here's for print white and color. So here's some different combination to print the layer. So if you want to print the white color varnish, you just put normal. If you just want to print white and color, just choose the last one. So normally we choose normal. And mineral print is for print like the mineral. So the mineral is just used for when you print the picture that you print on the glass or mineral for print. You can choose or you not choose. Normally we just choose no mineral. And then it's all jump white. We can use together, step, or yes. That means, for example, you have the picture with a file with two picture, but between two picture have the gap for 10 centimeter if without any picture. So if we close off, then we print even on the blank position. If we choose jump white, then it will jump the white position. That means it's jump blanking. If there's no blanking, then will be not print. So this is for jump white. And this is for setting. Even when we go to the setting, all the setting you change. For example, right now I change the mineral, I change to mineral, horizontal mineral. All the setting we changed, we must click save. Then go to print. If we not choose save, then the parameter will be not saved. And it's not working if you not click save. Because the data, all the settings are written to the mainboard. We must click save to make the mainboard written to the data written to the mainboard. Then we go to adjust. Here have some adjustment option for alignments, the printer, step, and the print head. First is the head install. They have null check, vertical check, left, right, front, rear to check the print head, the installation if it's good or not, it's vertical and horizontal or not. So this is also for head alignment. This for step. The step adjustment is to check if when we print the 1 centimeter of the picture, if when we print out the real size we print is really as 1 centimeter. So it's for step. And this for head space is for the gap between the three print heads, vertical and horizontal. And this for color adjustment is for change a little bit the color when the printer head get a little bit overlap. Actually, the brand new printer head always put by 0. But if sometimes the one nozzle have not strap print, but bending print, then we can select the size. If we move to left or move to right, for example, the magenta ink is printed out of the white layer for about 1 pixel, that we can -1 or increase 1 to make all the color will not print overlap. This is the bad selection adjustment. As I said, we must do alignment for the bad selection before we choose bad selection print. We can also print the adjustment picture, then we put the value, and later must be able to teach you how to do alignment for all the settings here. And then voltage we keep default, no change. And advanced here is for some setting, factory setting. This is for engineer using. The user no need to change anything, otherwise we'll get 40. The version information is for some other update. Here we can choose update. For example, we have the first company have a new function or new model, new version coming out. You just need to click update and load the file. Load the file we give to you for update. Then all the file we can load to the machine, the printer, and give the updates. So this is the easier way for update. And here's some of the mainboard serial number, the mainboard version, software version, everything, all the information, firmware configuration, firmware parameter, all are from here. And also you can choose update the firmware, some setting from here. So this is all the setting for update. And here's the repin, we can also keep as default, no change. Advanced, here is for internet, we just keep as this TCP/IP print, instant print, and the internet cable, the local IP address like this. And then normally we just keep it, no change. And here is the serial number, we just keep as default. Here the language, you can choose Chinese or English for using. And here's the nozzle close. This is used for if some nozzle is clogged. For example, the first print head is for color, 2 is for wet, 3 is for varnish. For example, the color print head, you see the Epson 3200 print head totally have 8 channels. So each channel have 400 nozzles. We can print all the nozzle coming out. And then we check out the print quality, and we can choose which channel is clogged. We just click off to close it. Then we can avoid the branding problem. So this for nozzle close, but please remember we cannot choose wrong nozzles, otherwise we will affect print quality. Then we go to the control panel here. The first one, this one is for print and pause, cancel. This is only used for when you start printing. And this for not to check print, to check the nozzle if it's clogged or full with ink. This for cleaning. Clean, we can choose weak, normal, strong, head 1, head 2, head 3, or we choose all head clean together. Weak, normal, or strong. And this for flushing. The flushing, when we open the flushing, then this light will be on here at the left bottom. The flushing, when we click on the flushing, then the cap station will be moving down and then holds the waste ink. The print head will start to flush a little bit ink, only maybe 0.01 milliliter for normally just 5 picoliter or 10 picoliter for prevent head clog when you long time not print. It's only used for if you just go out for dinner for about 2 or 3 hours, not for long time using. Otherwise, we will waste a lot of ink. If you're not long time not using the machine, you just click off and do some maintenance job later. later must be a teacher. So this is only used for you go out for several hours or half an hour. And also when we click again, then we can close the flashing. When we close the flashing, then the carriage back to home position, and the cap station moving up to keep weight to prevent the head clog. And this is for margin. Margin we can also set from margin from here. And the print from margin here. So this set we just forget it. We not need to use the margin here. This is used for when for example, right now the X carriage is moving out to 10 centimeter position. We move out and we click OK, then the margin is set it ready. This for move the carriage to left, move the carriage to right. This for move the table to front and move the table to backside. The X-axis, the X reset means when we click X reset, then the carriage will go to home position and start to keep weight or flushing. The Y reset is for to make the Y axis, make the table, the flatbed go to 0 position. Then Z axis is for control the flatbed up and down. When we click on the Z axis, we can move table up or down or back to home position. The Alpha Max 6250, we have two methods for control the flatbed up and down. The first one is control from the software, from the axis here. And another option is also we can control from the control panel. From control panel or from the software, we can only choose one method to control. That means if we choose the control method from the software, then the control panel will not working. If we choose control the flatbed up down by control the control panel, then the software up down will not working. So we choose one method to do it for safety. And the spot channel is for use to print white ink or color layer. So we must keep the white channel layer open, and we keep the white open and keep it enabled. And also here we choose RIP, the sourcing from RIP. If you choose full coverage, so even you not make a spot channel from the RIP, they will print a white square. And RIP you can choose from image or any setting. And you can choose from RIP or you from real image. If you print an image, that means you can set the image ink or indentation ink for which channel you use to get the automatic detect for spot channel. But this image or full coverage, you cannot get a good quality as RIP method, because for the RIP we already process the spot channel from RIP, so we can print any position with white ink or varnish ink as we want. So normally we choose the RIP sourcing for print the spot channel. And then here is for the overlap. For example, it's for blotting, for overlap. I want to make the image smaller, the white layer smaller than the color. So by this way we can prevent the color ink overlap, the white ink overlap at the bottom. So we can put -1 or -2 for 1 or 2, left, right, 2 as you want. So normally also we have setting from the RIP, so this also we can keep by 0. From the RIP also we can set the white ink overlap. So this is color 2 is for varnish. Also we set from RIP the ink amount of 100% as this. So this is for spot channel setting. And here is for switch to, right now is flatbed motion. Here is the flatbed motion, flatbed version, the model. Also we can convert we switch to cylinder. When we switch to cylinder, we must be sure the table is moving down and the cartridge is at the home position for safety. When we convert to cylinder machine, then all the setting will convert to the rotary device setting. The gear ratio and the size, some setting are different. And also we can do some little calibration for the y-axis from here. So when we convert to cylinder machine model, we must choose the printer head model from here. 1/4 or 1/3 for choosing from here. So this for switch. Normally, if you print the flapped material like glass, metal, ceramic tile, we must convert it to the flapped version. When we convert it, the machine will start to convert automatically. So this is all the function for setting. And here at the bottom here is some icons. Here is the icon for connection. Connected. So if the machine get connected with the computer and the printer, then we show the green icon is connected. If we pull out the inside cable, we pull out, then it will show the red icon. That is disconnection. And here's for flashing icon. And here's for the temperature of the computer. And this is for the Y position for the table carriage position. The carriage position at the table for y-axis, and for now it's Z position is for the table position for up and down. And this for X is for the carriage at the X-axis, the position. And here is for the detect position, YN limit. That means the table is go to the backside already right now. So when we go to move the table to front, to ahead, then the sensor alarm is all closed. And here is the ink limit, the ink bottle limit. And for some certain machine using. For the Atlas, we have this option, so we can see how many ink stay on the ink bottle. But for the Alpha Max, we use different method to alarm it. We use the physical buttons and detect the light on the machine. So this is no use for this. And here is for the operation history for the machine. If you get any error message, it will show from here. So if you get any problem, all the machine will automatically to detect it and show the error message from here. So we can know what's the exact problem. So this is the error message diagram. Okay, so this is all the procedure, all the setting and explanation for the focus control software. Go to the waste ink bottle. You can open the red ink cover, and we can see the ink bottle, waste ink bottle from here. So now we just go to the software and we start to load ink. We open the control software and we go to find out the setting from here. Go to setting. We find out the load ink. If you're the first time to load the ink, you just choose all heads, head 1 to head 3, and we click load ink. Here is very important. We cannot load for a long time, because if you click on the load ink icon option here, it will not automatically stop unless you click again. So we just open it and wait for the machine pump ink about several seconds. Once the ink coming out, then we close off immediately. So let's try. We choose head 1, 2, 3. Then we go to load ink. Then the cap station will move up, and the waste ink pump start working. We're just waiting for old ink coming out. So we can see white color varnish oil coming out. Then we go to software and we stop it immediately. We go stop it. So for this way, we can save a lot of ink. And it's only used for the first time we load ink. And later, if you got the printer already have ink, but a little bit clogged, we just go to cleaning. Also, after we load ink, we must go to cleaning. We choose all heads to clean again, normal, to pump out the waste ink from the cap station. So when we go to cleaning, the carriage starts to the cleaning procedure. The pump start working. Then the cap station move up. Then pump moving down. Then pump out the waste ink. Then the carriage go out. The wiper will start to working to wipe the waste ink out. The Alpha Max combined with the industrial lever 4-bore screw motion for the cap station with high precision for make the alignments. So we can get the best pump ink cleaning results. This is the unique world first technology, automatically up down for high precision for 4-bore screw motion.